Awesome. So what are the 7 secrets to making a 7-figure income in none other than virtual AVS? There's a quote I've put there that days are expensive. Days are expensive. When you spend a day, you have one less day to spend. Today has ended. Today, Sunday has ended. And tomorrow we begin another day. From January 1st up to today, those days are gone. We only have, a limited number of days till the end of the year. So when you spend a day has gone, you have one less day to spend in that year and indeed in your life. So make sure you spend each day wisely. And that's a very great quote and very profound quote from a gentleman called Jim Rohn, one of the biggest entrepreneurs in the US of A. And he is a great author and also a great network marketer, okay? So we're gonna see how do you spend your days in an optimal kind of way. 7 secrets to making a 7 income in virtual AVS. Secret number 1 is have the ability to dream big. In the Bible, God tells Abraham, look north, look south, look westwards, look eastwards. As far as you can see that land, I give it to you. So God is willing to give you anything. God has the capacity to give you everything, to make you big, to make you wealthy. But as he told Abraham, you've got to look as far as you can see. Yeah, as far as your vision can tell you, as far as your vision is. That is how God. Okay, let's just mute our microphones. Somebody help me to mute microphones there. So as far as you can see, as far as you can visualize in your mind, that is how big you're gonna grow. Unfortunately in life, people begin life thinking big. Think of children. They think big, they think of becoming pilots, of becoming lawyers, and as time goes by, their dream becomes dimmed. Their dream becomes smaller and smaller because society tells them you can't become a pilot. Becoming a pilot is expensive, aren't you afraid of heights? Becoming a lawyer is next to impossible. You've got to get very good grades, which is true. But then they're asked, in their mind, they're asked, do you have the capacity to get such grades? Okay. What you're trying to say here is have the ability to dream big, irrespective of what your environment or what society tells you, what your spouse thinks about you, what your parents think about you, what your friends think about you, even your business partners in virtual AVS, despite what they think about you, have the ability to dream big. That is the first secret to attaining a great income. You will never live life beyond your wildest expectation. What you expect is what your life is gonna be. If you expect at some point to make $1 million next year, that is what is gonna be actualized. Until you have wild expectations, you cannot go beyond them, okay? And the lesson here is do not downgrade your dreams, irrespective of what you've been going through. Probably since you bought your license, you have not signed up anybody, or you have signed up people, they've not bought your licenses. Don't downgrade your dreams of becoming a millionaire because of that background. That is the first lesson. The second lesson is strive to become an expert. Read books on network marketing. Watch videos. I think it's easier to watch videos, right? Watch videos on network marketing. They are all over YouTube. Watch the videos we normally post in the WhatsApp groups. Watch videos about leadership. Read books about leadership. You see, once you buy your license, you are the CEO of your companies. So how do CEOs behave? How do CEOs plan their day? All right. How can you market your business? Your network marketing business. What is the best way to market it? Every morning, every Saturday morning, We normally have lessons on how to do the network marketing business. Yesterday, we had an awesome lesson on marketing. How do you market your virtual AVS business? And not everybody with a license joined that class. You understand? Some people didn't take it as a priority. Others took it as a priority. They missed out on that class. See, be determined to become an expert in your field. We are in the telecom industry. What do you know about the telecom industry? How many subscribers are there in Africa? How many subscribers are there in the world? When you're sitting with someone to tell them about the industry you are in, how much do you know about that industry? Who are the players in that industry? We talk about this in the Zooms, in the videos that we, in the trainings that we have. If you don't become an expert in your field, you're not going to advance as fast as other people. That is why, when you look at lawyers and doctors, they do whatever they can to advance in their industry. Okay, they don't sit back with just the limited knowledge they have. It is the same thing in this business. Secret number 2, become an expert. All right. Number 3, create a game plan. You want to make $10 million. You want to make a 7-figure income by next year. All right. What is it you're going to do differently from now on, from tomorrow? What are you going to do differently to achieve that goal? What is your game plan? What strategy do you have? And we normally teach people how to set up strategies. Like I said, Saturday morning, if you have a license, do you attend Saturday morning classes? What is your strategy to achieve your goals? What is your specific goal? How much do you want to achieve? By what time? How much do you want to achieve every week? How much do you want to achieve every day? We have what we call the key performance indicators, the KPIs. If you have never seen a virtual AVS KPI, please ask any of the leaders that are here. Talk to your upline, ask them, hey, can you share with me the key performance indicator that Tasha was talking about? Because in that KPI, we normally indicate the goals for every day. What specific goal do you have on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis? What is your time frame as far as achieving that goal is concerned? You want to make $1,000 every month. By when do you want to make that money? So that you work backwards and you know the number of presentations you should be making, the number of invitations you should be making. By what is your time frame for achieving that goal? Now, your goals and your time frames must be written down. I want to earn $1,000 by December of 2022. And I'm gonna do that by doing 10 presentations every day. You see, you have a goal, you have a time frame, you write it down. I used to have a mentor who used to say that you need to look at your goal every single day. Look at it every single day. Like you just said, Abraham was told by God to look, and as far as he can see, he's gonna be given that. So you look, there's something about your eyes seeing something, okay? They say your eyes is a doorway to your life, yeah, to yourself, to your thoughts. These goals and their time frames must be written down. Like we said, watch videos about such topics, yeah? Tell yourself, I'm gonna watch a video on how to set goals. You understand? You can give yourself that assignment. To begin with, you can give ourselves that assignment this coming week. Watch videos to do with how to set goals, okay? So secret number 3, create a game plan if you want to make 7-figure income. Secret number 4. All right, okay. We are still on secret number 3. We are looking at part C. Let's look at part D of that secret. You must be determined to achieve your why. What is your goal? What is driving you? What is your motivation? You see, everybody must have motivations. Do you feel helpless because you cannot meet the needs of your family. You look at your children, you struggle to pay for them school fees. You cannot give your family what you desire to give them. You know, when you go for shopping in the supermarket, you only buy few items. You can't buy as much as you want. You can't buy what you think they need to have. You know, the clothes they need to have, you can't, you're not giving them the kind of life that you've always been envisioning. You know, all of us, when you are growing up, there's a kind of life you envisioned. Yeah, you feel helpless because you're not there. Probably your peers are ahead of you. Your family members are looking down on you because they seem to be ahead of you. What is motivating you to make this seven figure? Are you always in debt, struggling financial struggles day in, day out, from the time the year began till now? You know, you are counting coins. Yeah, you're not where you ought to have been financially. Probably you're living a life of pretense to your friends, seeming like you're doing so well, but actually you're not. Is that driving you? Tired of living hand to mouth? You make today to feed today, and that's it. If something happens today, for example, to your job, that's the end of you. You know, are you stressed at your workplace? Do you have, a mean boss? Do you have colleagues who drive you up the wall? Right now, are you thinking, I can't believe, I'm going to work tomorrow. Do I have to really go to work tomorrow? But you have to show up, yeah? Because if you don't show up, there's no salary. But do you wish things were different? Do you wish you could spend more time with your families? Do you wish you had more free time? Is your job stressing you enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this virtual AVS part-time, and by next year I want to make more money with virtual AVS than I'm making at my job, so I can even quit my job? Because if you're making more income, monthly income with virtual AVS, no need to go to a place where you're making lesser money. Because even with virtual AVS, you're gonna have time freedom at the same time. You're gonna have financial freedom and you're gonna have time freedom at the same time. Is your work stressing you enough to give you a big why you should do this business? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Are you where you thought you'd be when you were younger? Many of us, when we were younger, we said, I want to have my own house, to be living in my own house by this age. I want to be driving this kind of car by this age. I want to be married by this age. Do you feel that you've not made the kind of finances that allow you to have a wedding, to pay for dowry? You keep on postponing, your wedding. I'm talking about realities of life, yeah? Do you feel that your parents are not where they should be? By now, your parents should be living in this kind of a house. Do you feel that your parents are still struggling at their older age, when you're an adult, or when you're already an adult? You don't take care of them well enough, yeah? Do you feel you should be driving and you're not yet driving? You understand? Things like those. Do you feel you are where you didn't envision yourself to be? You look at your peers, they are far ahead. Do you feel that you deserve a better life with all the education that you have? Your education should be giving you a better life, but it hasn't. These are reasons why you need to develop a very strong why. Reasons why you should be determined to begin your tomorrow, Monday, doing the business in a better kind of way, to recommit yourself to the business, attending more Zooms, going to the franchise office, going to the franchise office for trainings, for inviting guests and so on. Are you developing a why? Are you developing a reason why you should do things in a bigger way? Are you developing a reason why you should look for that key performance indicator and to stick on it? Actually, I'm thinking one of these days, on a Sunday, I'm going to teach the key performance indicator. So don't miss any Sunday. Yeah. So D, we're still talking about setting your goals. Yeah. What should be driving you? E, You must develop an action plan. Now that probably you're feeling you're not where you ought to be, you need to have an action plan. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to be asking yourself, the same questions next year? Are we going to be asking ourselves the same question next year? Are we going to be asking ourselves the same questions at the end of September? It's kind of scary that time is flying so fast that September at the end, like now, you find we have not achieved what we ought to have achieved. We have not moved an inch from where we thought, we should have moved to. October, August and September, there was no difference. And the dangerous thing, or the sad thing, is December 28th arrives, and you find, let me include myself there, we find we have not done what you ought to have, we have not achieved what you ought to have achieved. The thing is, you need to have an action plan right now to reach your goal. What will you begin doing on a daily basis from tomorrow? The KPI has what to do on a daily basis. That's why you need to have it. How many Zooms will you be attending? Now you have decided you need to change. So how many Zooms are you going to be attending in a week to learn the skills of presenting this business? I always say you don't join Zoom to learn how virtual AVS works, especially if you have a license. You already know how it works. That's why you bought the license. You're joining the Zooms so that you can learn the skills of how to present. So how many videos are you going to be watching every day on leadership, on network marketing, on how to set goals? How many are you going to be watching? So how many phone calls are you going to be making every day to prospects? People who should be getting into this business, people who should hear about this business, people who are potential business partners. How many calls are you going to be making? What resolution are you making? How many presentations are you going to be making every day? How many people are you going to be telling about virtual AVS every day? What resolution have you made? You see, the more presentations you make, the more people you talk to, the more phone calls you make, the more you're likely to succeed, the more money you're likely to make. How many people are you going to follow up every day who you told about the business and they've not yet taken action? How many of them? Do you have a list? Are you going to buy a notebook tomorrow and create a list? Okay. Are you going to buy a diary tomorrow? What action are you going to take from tomorrow to create this 7-figure income? There's a post I put in the WhatsApp group about increment, the power of increment. The power of increment. The question I asked is, can you eat an elephant? Many people will say, no, an elephant, how? But the thing is, when you eat an elephant one bite at a time, eventually you will have a time frame when you will finish eating that elephant. You understand? You will have a time frame when you'll begin making the 7-figure income. But what are you doing today to get there? Can you make a 7-figure income? Yes. You begin by making $10. Dollar Zone, one of our trainers here, Dollar Zone, normally says, even if you make 0.1 of a dollar today, you're working towards making a 7-figure income with that $1 that you've made today. Because the system, the virtual AVS system, has the algorithm or the formula has already been put in place. The thing is, how many people are you applying to that formula? You understand? The more people you bring in, the more your license commission, the more the airtime commission. Okay? So E, what action plan are you developing? All right. So we are done with secret number 3, create a game plan. All right. Secret number 4 is do massive, secret number 4 is, okay, I'm just jumping ahead of myself here. Do massive action. It is said that success loves speed. Success loves speed. Once you buy your license, immediately you create a name list of people to call. You begin with the warm market. There's normally a strategy to dealing with a name list. Again, these strategies are normally shared on Saturday mornings. You begin with the warm market. The warm market are the people that know you, the people that listen to you, the people that you talk to and they take action very quickly. You know, they're called the low-lying fruits. You know, low-lying fruits, you just put up your hand and you touch the fruit. Yeah. Once you come up with a name list, you do massive action with your hot market. Okay. Your level of success is equals to the level of skill that you develop plus your level of action. How quickly you learn the skills of doing the business and the action that you put, you know, together with those skills is what is going to give you success. So you learn the skill of what you call prospecting. Prospecting is telling someone about the business in the simplest way possible. I have an app that makes me money whenever I buy airtime. You see, that is just one sentence. I have an app that makes me money whenever I buy airtime. It's a sentence you can repeat many times in a day to different people. If you tell that to 10 people, 20 people, 30 people in a day, you're likely to get 5 people interested in a day. Or let's say 10 people interested in a day, you're likely to have 5 people buying their licenses very soon. You see, then more people you tell fewer things on a daily basis, the more money you make. Your level of skill of how to tell them that, plus your level of action to tell, you know, telling them that every many times in a day to different people is what will eventually give you success. But you've got to learn the skills and you've got to determine to do levels of action. That is why again the key performance indicator comes in. This document is very important. Okay, the key performance indicator, by the way, is what can make the difference between you making money today, or rather can make the difference between the money you're making today and the money you'll be making in December. Okay, and when I say you, I mean us. I'm talking to myself as well, right? So it says there, if you want to earn like the top leader, you know, you see top leaders who are making money, who have made money in virtual AVS. If you want to earn like them, you have to put 10 times their ability. Yeah. Or rather, if you want to earn like the top leader who has 10 times your ability, you have to work 10 times harder. If you want to be wealthy like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos, you've got to work harder than them, because the money they're making right now is as a result of effort they put a long time ago. So you've got to catch up with them by working very hard. You understand? Okay? Be as hardworking and as diligent as an ant. We all know about ants. Ants can carry, you know, their weight, so many times of their weight. They can do that. Ants can build an ant hill that is so much bigger than them, but they begin working small, and they begin working fast. Have you ever seen an ant moving? It moves very fast. If you've got to make phone calls, you've got to make many of them in a day, not 1 or 2 in a day or 1 or 2 in a week. And then you wonder, how come I'm not making money? Make many phone calls in a day. If you can make 100 phone calls in a day to follow-ups, to prospects, the better. You become as hardworking as an ant. You have a pain point. You want to leave that work. You know, you want to leave that job that is stressing you. You want to give your children a better life. You begin working like an ant. Massive level of skills. You know, massive level of skill is what makes you confident to take action. Massive level of skills gives you a chance to make massive, or the confidence to take massive action, which will give you massive results. If I know how to make presentations, let's talk about the skill called presentations. By the way, in case you didn't know, there are 8 network marketing skills. Yesterday morning, we finished the 8th one. I hope you were there in the training yesterday. We've done 8 of them. Every week we do a skill. You know, at least every week we do a skill, or every 2 weeks we do a skill. Yesterday we finished skill number 8. You see, there's some people who become skillful because they've been attending those trainings. Yeah. When you have massive levels of those skills, guess what? You can take action. For example, one of the skills is presentation. If I've perfected my art of presentation, and I don't mean the 1 hour presentation that trainers normally do. The 1 hour, we normally just do it to give an orientation. But you know, you can give, you can you can compress presentations. Yeah, when you're talking to your friend, you don't need to talk to them for a whole hour. Okay. So if you've mastered how to present virtual AVS, you see, you can take massive action because you are confident in that skill, and that will end up giving you massive results. You will have more people you've told about the presentation, and therefore, even if 10% of those many people take action and they buy their licenses, those are a lot more people. Okay. And the secret we normally say is say less to more people. I have an app that makes me money when I buy airtime. I have an app that makes me money when I buy airtime. I have an app that makes me money when I buy airtime. You say that to 10, 20 people in a day. Less presentations, but to more people. Okay. Here is the app. This is how it works. This is how you buy airtime. Presentation by demonstration. It doesn't need to take 1 hour. You just buy airtime float and they see your commission. You understand? Okay. Do massive action is secret number 4. Success loves speed. Number 5, be a leader. My mentor used to tell us that when you get into a business, give yourself only 1 month and then divorce your upline. Divorce your upline. Divorce your upline means you don't need to call them every time there's a presentation. Please go, please present to this person. Please present to this. I talked to this person about virtual AVS. Please call. You give your leader a list of 10 people to call on your behalf. Your leader has about maybe 100 business partners. So if you all give the leader 10, that's 1,000 people the leader is expected to call in a week. The leader will hardly achieve to do that. That means your business is going to fall behind. And the leader also is looking for their own business partners. Yeah, as a leader, we don't rest and say, oh, I have 3,000 business partners. No, you want also to have 9,000, 10,000, you understand? All right. So a leader also has their own business to run. So you aspire to become a leader. And the easiest way to become a leader, like we said, watch leadership videos, leaders in network marketing. The good thing with YouTube is you can just type a question and a whole lot of videos come. How do I become a leader in network marketing? How do I influence others? How do I impact other people? Aspire to lead as well. When you buy your license, you are the CEO. Give yourself 1 month to learn the business and set your upline free. All right. Do not look for leadership in anyone else. You are the leader. We often say that if sometimes you can have an upline who's actually not a leader. Yeah. You have an upline who maybe just looked for $10. For you to buy the license, they earn $10. It is quite possible. In life, there are people of different characters. Maybe someone was looking for $10 to go and pay for something. You understand? When you come into virtual AVS, know you are your CEO. You have been given a business, you run your business. If the leaders you're looking up to are not doing what you think leaders should do, then you become a leader. You start from yourself going to inspire your team. And the more leadership skills you have, the more leaders yourself will raise. Actually, one of your prayers that you should have is that in your team, leaders are going to emerge. People who don't need to be followed up to join, to attend trainings. People who quickly, get hungry to succeed. They get hungry to know how to present. Yeah, they get hungry to know how to close deals. That's a leadership skills. I remember I told you there are 8 of them. Yeah. Maybe I could say them very quickly. So that you this coming week, you go and to YouTube and you look for each of those leadership skills. The first leadership skill is how to prospect. The second one is how to invite someone for a presentation. That's a skill in itself. Okay, it's a leadership skills. Number 3 is how to do the presentation. That's a skill. Number 4 is how to close the deal. Go and look for YouTube videos on how to close deals, how to close sales, and master that. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5, how to follow up. Yeah, actually, I think following up is before that, but it doesn't matter. I'm not saying them in any order, but 5 is how to follow up. People, you've told the business, how do you follow up? That's a leadership skills. It is in YouTube. Just go and Google and YouTube, search in YouTube, how to follow up, following up skills. It's a skill, okay? In fact, they say the money is in the follow up, okay? Another skill is how to invite to company events. Virtual AVS has had 4 major events, okay? How to invite for an event is a skill you ought to learn. I remember I taught these skills, I think it was a month ago, okay? These are, that's a skill, a leadership skill, yeah? How to use an effective marketing system. That's another skill that you were learning actually yesterday. These are leadership skills that you ought to learn. How to influence people, how to impact people, even how to read people. Yeah, when you're doing a presentation, you need to know how to read people, okay? So number 5, aspire to be a leader, aspire to be an influential leader, aspire to be a transformational leaders. Do you know even leaders, there are different types of leaders. There are leaders who are transactional, and there are leaders who are transformational. If you don't know the difference, just go to Google, you'll find the difference. Seek to be a transformational leader. A transformational leader normally raises other leaders. They inspire people to become leaders, okay? Like I said, if you have any comment, any question, just put it in the chat area. So number 5, secret of making a 7-figure income is to become a leader. What are the laws of leadership? Have a dream larger than the people you lead. Have a dream larger than the people you lead. The tragedy is for, let's say, something in virtual AVS. There's a challenge in virtual AVS, and you're telling your people, even me, I'm wondering, I can't be able to withdraw because the payment system, they said, has an issue. And yet there are other ways of getting your money out of the system. Now, when you tell that to your prospects, they get deflated immediately. You should have a dream larger than the people that you lead. You tell them, we are going places with this virtual AVS. Virtual AVS, and you're not lying, you're actually telling the truth. Virtual AVS is a great app. It's going to make us all wealthy. You give your people hope. B, a leader must have an attitude superior to those they lead. When it comes to dealing with challenges in the business, attitudes toward the company, okay? The product, the business, you need to have an attitude that is superior, okay? You need to be the first one to go and shop in the supermarket. So to show them how to shop, you tell them, when I went, this is how the gift voucher looks like. You take action before even the people you're leading, and they're gonna follow you, all right? You go to the website and you master the website. You can actually tell the things that are on the website. You go ahead of the people that you lead. The laws of leadership, okay? Now, the other law of leadership is display. I can't see that quite well. Let me just, it's being covered by my screen here. So yes, display a commitment to integrity and character. This is a very, very important aspect of leadership. A leader who doesn't display integrity, appreciation of business partners around them, that is someone not worth being called a leader. Never talk behind the back of your upline, okay? Never talk down on your upline, you understand? On your leadership. Oh, this leader is like this leader is like that. I wish they could do things differently like that. Why don't you approach that leader and tell them about it? You understand? What you do to a leader is what your followers are gonna do to you. It's a law of life. You understand? Some people call it karma. What you do to other leaders is what is gonna be done to you. Okay? There's a song that says, watch yourself on your way up. Oh yeah, who sang that? It's a reggae song, yeah? On your way up, because on your way down, and we pray nobody comes on their way down. But the thing is, there are people who can emerge and actually become bigger leaders. the thing is, have respect for everyone. That is a network marketing rule. Never talk behind the back of your upline. Never talk behind the back of your downline. Oh, this downline is lazy. This downline should be doing this and this. You know, never cross line. You understand? Cross lining is where you say, you know what, I'm going to create an account in that other person's team because my leader here doesn't seem to be doing anything. They're not encouraging me. When you go there, the same thing might happen. It is even a rule, by the way, not allowed to go and register under someone else. Yeah, where you register your account, that is where you remain and you become a leader there. You understand? Okay. So let us have integrity. Let us be people of uprightness, because that is one of the things that can break up a team. When people, seem to be saying things that are not so good about other people. All right. And even if you're not found out, the environment is listening to you. The atmosphere is listening to you, to what you're saying. Okay. One of the dangerous things people could ever do is to utter something that can actually come and affect you in the same way. You understand? Okay. Anyway, so always do the right things and do things right. Do the right things, and whatever things you have to do, do them the right way. All right. Looking at leadership qualities. D, make a commitment for personal growth. You're a leader, you're a CEO of your own business. Look for ways of growing. It is said that you will never go beyond of your personal growth. That your level of thinking, you will never go beyond there. If you want to become a millionaire, you should do things millionaires do. For example, talking positively all the time. Whatever the situation around you, even generally in life, leave alone about virtual AVS, generally in life, talking positive is very, very powerful. Okay? Talking about, loving, becoming wealthy. There's one thing my pastor normally says: if you say something like, you see, those wealthy people, they don't even sleep at night. They're always stressed. You see, those wealthy people, they never have peace. Yeah. You see, wealthy people, their children become drug addicts. You know what you're doing? You're actually telling wealth to go away. My pastor says money has ears. It is listening to you. You're making wealth go away. You're talking down on wealth. And so the wealth will never come. You understand? Make a commitment to be a better person. Make a commitment for better growth. People look up to those who show seriousness in improving themselves. Okay? People who show seriousness in training themselves. Those are people who people look up to. People look up to people who inspire them to be better, because they're getting better themselves day by day. You understand? Something as simple as attending a Zoom session. If we keep on skipping Zoom sessions, our business partners, our let me call them our downlines, or the people who follow us, when they come there day after day, they look at the Zoom participant list and they don't find you. They wonder, really, are you really serious about this business? And they begin, they can, two things can happen. They can actually lose seriousness themselves, or they can stop believing in you. You understand? You should always be believable, because you're always willing to grow. E, the value of a leader, or the law of leadership: be persistent and determined. There are people who are watching you. The other day, I quoted a Bible verse which says, now that we have a cloud of witnesses around us, let us run the race with determination, because there's a prize at the end. Isn't that true also in life? There are people who are watching you, and especially the people you've told about virtual AVS business, they are watching you. And because they are watching you, and especially so your family, yeah, they're thinking, okay, let's see so and so how wealthy they're gonna become. But then that is a very big motivation to succeed. Yeah, they say that the best revenge is success. Okay, now those people are watching you. Yeah, now that you have a cloud of witnesses, stay determined the course, stay focused, stay consistent. Okay, because a prize awaits you on the other side. A true leader will find a way over, around, through any issue that arises in virtual AVS, and they will do whatever it takes to become a winner. So you have talked to people, they have rejected you, they don't see the sense of your business. Instead of going back to a pity party and saying, oh no, people don't believe in me, you know what you say to yourself? I'm gonna become persistent and determined because I know these people are in my cloud of witnesses, okay? They have rejected the business. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to a lot more people. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now begin using social media. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be putting a post every day on social media. I'm gonna be approaching people on social media and telling them, you know, do you know there's a way you can earn from your airtime? I'm gonna take another route. You understand? Find a way over, around, and through any issue to become a winner, to succeed. They say, quitters never win, but winners, what is it saying? Yeah, winners never quit, and quitters never win. You understand? Okay. So that's a true leaders remain persistent and determined, and the people who are working with you, people who are following you, are gonna believe in you. All right. Now, secret number 6 of how to make that 7-figure income. Secret number 6 of how to make the 7-figure income is build your vision. Okay. Good. Build your vision. Your vision is what you see yourself becoming on a daily basis. Ever so often, close your eyes and see where virtual AVS will take you to. Okay. Personally, I normally imagine that I'm gonna, drive a big, those big cars that people, there's a car I'm actually really looking to buy. Eventually, when I'm making those millions of dollars, there's a particular car I must buy. And I normally visualize that car, I've written on it virtual AVS. But then one thing I plan to do with my cars is to brand them virtual AVS. Do you know why? So when I'm driving that car, that sleek car, and people look at it, they're like, this car came from that business you've been telling us about. I want them to know that car didn't come because someone gifted me. That car came out of virtual AVS, okay? And another reason I want to brand my car virtual AVS is to appreciate what the company has done for me, is to appreciate the company giving me, something I would not have achieved otherwise. You understand? What vision have you put in your head? The vision of the house you want to build, the vision of the kind of family you want to have, the kind of way how you're gonna be dressing, how you're gonna be smelling, expensive designer perfume. What vision have you seen of yourself? Secret to making that 7-figure income. They say what you keep on visualizing is what you become. What you keep on seeing of yourself is what eventually you become. Have a vision board. The car that I'm talking about, I have that car in a certain color. I actually went to Google and I Googled this car in this color, and it brought for me pictures. Yeah, because I know what color I want those cars to be. All right. What vision do you have of yourself? When you sleep at night, when you're thinking about virtual AVS, where do you see virtual AVS taking you to? How to build your vision. I've written a subtopic right there. Do not pay attention to what people say about you. Do not hang around people who tolerate you and do not believe in you. One of the ways to succeed in life is having the right association. Association is so, so important. Association, they normally say when you hang out with 5 millionaires, most likely you're going to become the 6th millionaire. Do you know why? Because their attitude is going to affect you. How they do things is going to affect you. Okay? We all did science. Do you remember osmosis? Yeah? What is osmosis? Osmosis is movement of a substance from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Yeah, that was it, right? Yeah. When you hang out with people who believe in virtual AVS, when you come to the franchise office and just sit there the whole day, yeah, what you do is you are actually getting you're catching the dream of virtual AVS. When you attend Zooms where there are people who are determined to succeed in this business, you are catching the vision of virtual AVS. You're building your vision. When you attend a Sunday Zoom like this one, you're catching the vision of virtual AVS. You understand? Do not hang around people who don't believe in you, people who told you virtual AVS cannot work, and those are the people you're hanging around. How do you think you'll succeed in this business? Okay. Another way of building your vision is be inspired. Okay. Be inspired to become bigger. Have that self-motivation. Have self-motivation. And self-motivation is normally brought about by thinking about your why. Why do you want to change your life? You might even have friends, you all have licenses in virtual AVS. You all have, like, you took the basic decision. You have the foundation, the basic foundation. But you decide, you know what? I came to this business by myself. I've got to chart my own path. I've got to chart my own path because I have a why I need to achieve. My child next year must go to a better school. By next year, I don't want to be struggling with fees. By next year, I hate this house where I'm living in. I don't like my neighborhood at all. By next year, I want to move to a different neighborhood. You understand? You have the why. So you get inspired because of your why. C, pay attention to what you say or think of yourself. We're talking about how to build your vision. Don't just say anything. Don't say, oh, this business, the way I'm seeing it, it's going nowhere. I've not made any money. What's the use of trying? Be very careful what you say. And you're saying that near your phone where the virtual AVS app is. You think the app is not hearing you. In physics, I did physics, yeah. Up to a very high level. And in physics, you used to be told everything that looks solid, the table that I'm looking at right now, that table is actually moving. It's only that I can't see it. Every solid is actually moving. It only depends on the level of energy. Yeah. If you use a certain microscope to look at a spoon, for example, that spoon you'll actually see particles around that spoon. It is only that the spoon is not vibrating much, so it is not disintegrating like a liquid. A liquid, when you boil a liquid, it becomes air. The reason it becomes air is because of the energy in it. You see, now what you say or think of yourself and the business is the energy you're producing in the business. That's why I'm saying you're talking like that, and the app is there on your phone, listening to you. You're talking like that, and money is listening to you. You're actually sabotaging your path to the seven-figure income. Be careful what you say. Talk big, talk positive, talk reality. There is reality and there is truth, by the way. There is reality and there is truth. Truth is what is actually, is what might not already be happening, but you can call it into happening. Reality is what you see around you. Okay, I like quoting the Bible a lot, yeah? In the Bible, there's a place where it says, let the poor say, I am rich. Why does the Bible say that? The reality is a person is poor, but it says, say that you are rich. The truth is that you're rich. The Bible also says, let the sick say, I am healed. The reality is someone is sick, but you know what? You can actually call healing or good health to yourself. So you should not be talking the reality. You should be talking the truth. You understand? Be careful what you say or you think of yourself if you want to begin the journey to creating a great vision to succeed, to get the seven-figure income. Your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what you say and your reality. When you keep on saying to yourself, I'm succeeding in virtual AVS, yeah, you should have maybe lines that you normally say every morning. Yeah, and I'm telling that to myself actually. Yeah, I'm succeeding in virtual AVS. I am earning, and you say it in the present tense because your mind doesn't differentiate between present and past. When you say it in the present tense, it takes it like it's true, and therefore it moves your body to behave that way. I am a millionaire. When you keep on saying I am a millionaire, your body begins to think and behave like a millionaire. Some attitudes, some people who have a lesser mentality have will begin to get away from you. You understand? Your subconscious mind only believes what you say in the present tense. You know, one day I'm going to have a class about subconscious and conscious mind. Okay. And there's a difference there. You can see average people, they normally think they've got to have before they become. An average person thinks I have to have a lot of money before I can become or I can call myself a millionaire. But do you know you can call yourself a millionaire even before you have that money? Then it works opposite because you keep on saying I'm a millionaire, I'm wealthy, I'm good at this virtual AVS business. When I talk to people, they accept what I tell them and they agree to buy licenses. When I invite people to Zoom, they join Zoom in large numbers. The people I talk to, they all see the goodness of this business and they're actually interested. You know, these are things you say to yourself, even if it's not the reality, you say it, you become fast. They become fast truth for you, and then they become a reality. You know, but you don't have, and then you become. You don't say, when I have people agreeing, the day I'll have people listening to me is the day I'll begin to make money. How about becoming like what, you know, having the attitude of wealthy people? In your mind, you become fast, and then it begins to materialize. You understand? Okay. I can talk a whole lot about this topic. Yeah, it's a topic by itself. And then avoid blaming others. We are talking about our speech here. Avoid blaming others, avoid blaming the product. You know, I hear people saying, why can't virtual AVS add DSTV to my country? You know, DSTV is DSTV subscription in my country? Oh, it's not. You know, so sort of you tell yourself, or someone tells themselves, you know what, I'm not going to do anything until they activate DSTV in my country. How about making money with airtime? You understand? So you don't blame the product, or let me say, one should not blame the product for the slowness of their business. One should not blame the company for their lack of progress. You don't blame other people, leaders, you know, your upline. No. You don't blame the system. You ask yourself, how will I circumvent this to make sure I still progress? Even though there's an issue with buying licenses, which is the other method that I can use for people to buy licenses. You understand? I have a business partner who told me, you know, my business partner has decided she's not going to talk to anybody because she cannot buy licenses using mobile money. I asked, how about the bank? How about resellable licenses? How about AVS dollars, peer-to-peer? There are many ways of going around the business. Avoid blaming others. Get rid of words like, hopefully I'm gonna get people. Maybe people will listen to me. You know, I can't be able to express about virtual AVS well enough for people to listen to me. Or I'll try to make presentations. Perhaps if I make a phone call, people will listen to me. You are lucky that you joined this business early. You know, you're lucky you joined early this year. You're lucky you have 5 people. You know, these are words that should not be in people's mouths. Nothing positive, nothing negative should come out of your mouth, because for yourself, you know, your subconscious is listening. Yeah. And you remember what you've just said. We've said the subconscious moves you in the way you talk. The way you talk is how your subconscious mind is going to move your physical body, your physical mind. Okay. When you talk about maybe, can't, hopefully, try, attempt, and so on, this indicates lack of belief in self. Get rid of this. Talk about the truth. Don't talk about reality. People listen to me when I tell them about virtual AVS. When I make phone calls, people will be excited about the business. These are things you write, affirmations that you write down. Okay. Another thing is take responsibility for your success. We're talking about how to build the vision. Okay. We're talking about secret number, was it number 5? That you need to have a vision. Take responsibility for your success. Never blame anybody for lack of progress. Always ask yourself, how can I do this in a better way? Because the truth is, there are people who are doing it better. Find out how are they doing about it. How are they doing it? Talk to a leader. Hey, I've noticed that you really, present well. Or I've noticed that people, when you make presentations, you convert people, more people than I do. What is your secret? Learn from other people. It will cut your learning path. Okay. Good. Moving on. Last but not least, the secret number 7, have faith in God. I always say, do not do this business with your physical strength alone, with your skill alone. Yeah. Put in spirituality as well, because eventually God is the one that can see the minds of everybody. God can read all the people you're trying to reach out to. He can read their minds. And so you can go and tell God that, God, I want to succeed in this business. So I pray this coming week, even before I begin talking to somebody, already prepare their minds for me. You understand? Yeah. Always ask for divine intervention, because divine intervention gives you acceleration in business. Yeah. There are people who succeed in business because they pray. You understand? There's a higher being that can help you out, because God is able, like I said, to read and to work on the minds of people. God is able to give you wisdom on how to do something, able to give you instruction. No, don't do it this way. Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you post this message on Facebook? Express it this way. You see, because God has prepared someone on social media to come and read your post. You understand? Another thing I normally say is give God his time and his money. There is no way you will succeed in the business when you don't even have time for God. I normally tell people, when you take care of God's affairs, he also takes care of your affairs. When you earn in virtual AVS, take an offering to church and say, God, this offering is to say thank you. You understand? Okay. Isaiah 48:17 says, that says the Lord your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord your God, who teaches you how to profit, who leads you by the way you should go. Okay. And I'm sure we are mixed religions here. In every religion you are in, God is there to help you to, I like this. He teaches you how to profit, gives you the wisdom and the skills. Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, in the morning sow your seed, in the evening withhold not your hand, meaning keep on working. Yeah. For you do not know which will prosper, either this or that, or whether both alike will be good. You keep on doing your business. You don't know where you're going to prosper. You don't know which business partner will come into the business and turn your business around. You don't know who it is. So you keep on looking for them. I always tell leaders that, you're actually looking for another leader like you. You sift through the wheat, as you look for a good seed. You understand? So you keep on doing your business. You don't quit. You keep on at it. You keep on at it. There is one leader who will come and just will be a reward to you. 5 months, 6 months down the line, you're going to get someone, they'll be like, this is the most amazing business I have ever seen. And they're going to propel you to another level. As I finish up, there is an illustration that my mentor used to show us, or used to talk about it a lot. He used to say that, there's a man who had a field, and that field had gold deposits, huge gold deposits. And he was told by his neighbors, you know what? You're so blessed because in this field there's gold. And the man began digging, with a what is that tool called? Yeah, the one that you use on the on the wall. Yeah. So he began chipping at the wall, or in his field. with that tool, yeah. And he chipped and chipped and chipped, and he was wondering, how come I am not seeing any gold? These people are lying to me, yeah. He chipped until he gave up. He said, you know what, I'm tired. So what did he do? He sold that land to somebody else. The person who bought the land, the neighbors told that person, you know, this land has gold, okay? You look for it. And you know, the person who bought the land, what happened? They took the tool and they chipped once, twice, and the third time, the gold, he came across the gold. You understand? You know, the predecessor had chipped all the soil, yeah, all the rocks, only for the person who came to succeed him, chipped and came across gold. He put little effort and he came across the gold. You never know. At the point of quitting, that is when prosperity, or that is when success comes. You understand? And I can see my quote there: winners never quit. If you want to win, you don't ever quit. In virtual AVS, and quitters, they never win. They never get to win. Virtual AVS, we are in very, very early days. Very early days. We have hardly scratched the surface. People are gonna make, the money people have made right now is nothing at all compared to the money that is coming. Okay, so there's nobody who has joined the business late. Actually, the person who will ever join virtual AVS late is the person who never gets to join virtual AVS. That is the one that is late. Okay, so those are the 7 ways for that 7-figure income. I hope you have found this training useful. I see we are beyond our time, but I just like to again remind you what the first thing that we read, that days are expensive. The days remaining between now and December 31st are very, very expensive. We have limited time to make money this year. When you spend a day, you have one less day to spend. So make sure you spend the day very, very wisely. And again, I'll say, please ask for the key performance indicator that will help you to set your daily goals, okay? I'm probably gonna teach about the KPI one of these days very, very soon, okay? Either on Sunday or on Saturday in the morning, okay? Good, so thank you so much for listening in. I hope I was not talking to myself. I hope you are all paying attention. I would really, really like to thank you for listening in. And I did say that if you have any comment, any question, you put it in the chat area. Let me just have a peek at the chat area.